Oh, you're editing, right, okay. Okay, so call to order? Go.
That's
Beckwith?
7:01.
Here.
Caldwell,
Here.
Dio, absent. Parkapisi, here. Cozzini,
Here.
Nimi, here. Sheldon.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Warren Newport Public Library District provides the community with access to information, kindles the imagination of children and adults, and supports lifelong learning.
Just a brief reminder, down this aisle, the first left is the vending area, then we have the washrooms and the exit sign. Just in case there's an emergency, the paramedics are called, please leave space so they can operate. Thank you, have a good evening.
Thanks, Will.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
All right, you too.
Everyone have one of these?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so consent, anyone want to make a motion? If you
I
need a
want
minute to read exec session minutes.
I wish to remove the item A1, the regular meeting minutes from November 15th from the consent agenda.
I'll second.
So are you making a motion to approve the rest?
That's all I was doing for the moment.
Okay.
So I move we accept the consent agenda items A2, B through F.
I'll second that.
Anyone need a minute to read these? Just a second. Okay, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain. Okay. And we're gonna have the other one be removed next month?
I would like to move that the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of November 15th be tabled until the January meeting.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Discussion?
Why are we doing that?
We are tabling acceptance of the minutes of the regular meeting of November 15th until the January meeting.
Why are we doing that?
Because I have, let me just say,
Give
how
me
about
your-
I owe the board my apologies.
Okay, so it's just, it's no.
Let's leave
no
it at
big
that.
reason, but it's gonna happen. Okay, that's good.
So, I'm sorry, where were we? At second, and discussion, okay. Any more, further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain. Let's hand these back to Nancy, please. Okay. President's report is on page 11. Questions or comments? I have one thing to add, if you don't have any questions or comments. Nothing? Okay, so these were included in my board packet, and they are, how do I describe these? These are security reports, and we have policy 3060, the standards of public conduct that says the director will let the board know at the next meeting when there are patrons who have had issues and been expelled for one period of time or another. So I'm gonna pass these around. These are the only copies right now, and Ryan and I had some concerns about how best to do this. To be still, does everyone have them in their?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna say,
Yeah.
how many of these are
Ryan
we
said he thought I was the
dealing
only
with?
one who had them. Okay, so we have some, I'll just alter what I was gonna say then. We have some concerns about how best to do this, to remain OMA compliant, but still, if we need to protect privacy of people, So if everyone has already read them in their packet, then if you could read them tonight and then return them, and Ryan is gonna check with Roger.
Right.
Okay?
Are our names on them?
No.
Should we put our
No.
initials on them?
Yes, that would be good.
Okay.
So we would know if we got them all back, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, my only issue with that is if these are something that was shown to the board and that we have, to, even to this extent, discussed in a public meeting, a copy of them belongs in the binder with the meeting
This is one of the
minutes.
questions we have out to
Well-
Roger.
Yeah, that's why I want to talk to Roger and see what his opinion is, if it's something that we need to look at the policy to change the policy the way it's written. Maybe it's fine, maybe this is something we've gone, the road we've traveled down in the past. I just am concerned that if this information is, and I believe we could redact some of the information if it was, if someone wanted to FOIA it. I just, like I said, for my own edification, if nothing else, just wanted to make sure that this is the best practice.
Yeah, I
in terms
thought
of-
we had decided, I'm sorry, I thought you were finished, I didn't mean to.
No, I am.
I thought we had decided to just like change it to generic names, because it really doesn't, it's the type of things that are going on that the board is interested in learning about, not necessarily the
The
specific
names.
person. So we could have Jane Doe or John Doe, it doesn't even matter if
just
it's male
number
or
them.
female.
So it's
Incident
like as
one,
part of the
incident two.
executive director's
Well,
report, you
I
can
would
say
like
there
to know
were
if it's
these
a child or an
incidents.
adult.
for
I
these
don't think
reasons.
we even need
Know that.
to know that there's a Jane Doe or a John Doe. I think it's best to just have this aggregated number of suspensions per month as part of the executive director report. I think we should have something like this available
Right,
in case somebody does come in. I don't think we necessarily need to have these in our board packets ahead of time.
yeah.
But if there are copies available that could be handed out in the event that somebody is here,
Yeah,
I think that would be a better
yeah, that's
option.
a really great way to do it.
But in the, and I agree with you, George, but in this summary, I would, instead of saying the number of suspensions, I do like the highlight of disorderly conduct or theft or something like that.
And also the time period, because one day
Yes.
versus 1 year is a big difference.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that already kind of in our statistics?
Well,
They just to be security.
It's pretty vague. I mean, it doesn't get it into any level of detail.
Right, so can we just expand that a little? Where it says incident report suspensions and just,
Sure. So specifically, you're interested in.
So it sounds like the number of days and the type of offense.
I'd also like to know if it, the general age,
I
if
was
we're
gonna
talking
say-
about 6-year-olds or 18-year-olds or, adults.
I don't think we need that kind of detail, honestly.
I would like to know.
I think it'd be useful if there is,
if we have to pursue something.
if we have to pursue something, but that's different.
I would
I'm
like to know, just
thinking
because
that-
I'd like to have a general idea if it's, small children, teenagers, or, adults that are generally causing disruptions. To me, I'd like to know.
I'm with Andrea on that. I like an age or at least an approximate age.
I don't care about the gender, I don't care about the name, but.
How about just adult or minor?
what I was gonna say are juvenile, yeah.
Adult or
It
juvenile?
makes a difference to me if they're 6 or 16.
We'll put approximately. I would agree. I think you should have that information. So
Okay.
yeah.
You
So
might not always have it.
But, yeah.
right. I mean,
Age-
but we
Just
can
a
guess.
general-
I
Adult.
can conceive of a
Maybe.
6-year-old who, for whatever reason, was just so totally disruptive. Yeah, through such a huge
I've seen them in
fit.
the grocery store.
Yeah, or was trying to rip up some book, yeah, because he was mad that mom said he couldn't check it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is different from the kinds of things that a 16-year-old usually does.
Okay, to summarize what we have said, the offense, the time of that the person can't return, and their age is what you would like in this safety and security part of the exec director's report?
And generally, what was the disturbance?
Yeah, the offense, that's what I.
Which offense under 3060 we're looking at one of our policies, right? Which subsection of that policy?
Yep.
Yeah, 3,
Right.
3
I
point,
got it.
oh, wait, yeah. Okay? Okay, other reports from other people, please. Okay. Correspondence?
Yes, we have to.
Oh, we do. Oh, my.
We don't have these ones,
No, no, we
for
would-
legal, for
Oh.
lawyers.
That's next, I think.
It's before the correspondence, is it? Memorandum from legal?
Oh, yeah, remember, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Mhm. So what is this?
This is basically just notes from Roger about a couple of cases that have discussed
They are in the table.
OMA, and if you, without getting into the details of this, basically it's when you are discussing business in an open meeting or making motions, that you don't necessarily have to give significant detailed explanations, but you do have to give some information so the public can understand the nature of the matter being considered. So for example, if the board was to lease a second bookmobile, obviously that's not what we're gonna do, but hypothetical situation, if, it was indicated that the board would lease something from Smith Corporation, that wouldn't be sufficient. You would need to say that the library was leasing a bookmobile from Smith Corporation, but you wouldn't necessarily have to go into the details of why it was being leased and some of the finer details. So just a memo to review, and it's interesting because these are two different cases that have been ruled upon, and one of them said they didn't need to be more specific, and in the other case they said, this board should have been more specific with the actions they were taking. So just an FYI.
And then,
We have in correspondence, it's at the table too, at the six of the.
oh yeah, this one at Places, the gray
The
page.
gray one.
At your place. I saw that she was interviewed.
For the
That she did an-
podcast, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that she did a podcast with her, yeah. And then are these for
Thank you, Karen.
the, I'm gonna pass these and get to them later.
And I think there was another one that is
Oh,
was
yeah.
emailed to you.
Yes, this one I received an email and I just asked Gina to print it off for everyone so you all could see it. Okay, public comment? Okay, director's report. What do you want to add? Anything?
One thing I want to point out, so there was a meeting, this My Media Mall membership meeting, and My Media Mall is it's basically the consortium of libraries that go in together to buy ebooks that we all share with libraries. And this was originally started under NSLS, and NSLS started it as kind of a fundraising mechanism. Well, after NSLS was dissolved, this outfit, which is now called Libraries First, kind of resumed, or took over the responsibility to administer this consortium. Well, due to a number of events, it was discovered that there's no formal agreement. So we basically are in this agreement with these other libraries, and with this Libraries First, we have no contract. We write them, we send them thousands of dollars a year for our content. So many of us were concerned. I went to this meeting. There was a need for someone to step up and chair this ad hoc committee to create some governance for My Media Mall. So just so you all know, I've stepped into that role. It's an ad hoc committee, so hopefully it's not something I'll be doing very long. But I wanted to bring that to your attention because I felt it important. I can't think of any other, someone we do business with that we give them thousands of dollars a year that we don't have a contract. So it's a concern of mine. Andrea?
Two questions. Number one, thank you for, I guess one's a comment. Thank you for stepping up. Number two, I'm sure you'll be working on some sort of agreement. Whose attorney is going to be reviewing it?
It's a good question. It's no cost to us. Rails has agreed to allow us to use their legal counsel. So it's Julie Tabendorf of Ansel Glink.
Okay,
So
great.
it doesn't cost us anything in legal fees. So
Thank you.
And I think what will end up happening, Rails has volunteered to serve the role that Library First is serving now, because it's not, it makes sense for them to do it because they have no interest in, they can't actually by law make a profit from managing the consortium, and many of their members are involved as well. So, there'll be more details coming. I'll ask the board to approve an intergovernmental agreement at some point in the near future. So we'll have a proper governance structure for them to do more.
Anything else you want to add?
Oh, I'll just point out ProPay. This has been in the notes for several reports now on page 14. This company it's just proven to be a nightmare to work with. Long story short, Lauren Chilvers, who hasn't been with us for a long time, is the authorized user on that account. We discovered this after Bikers for Books, and I've been spent many months trying to become the authorized user. And Lauren's been very cooperative, and they keep changing the rules on us. So I think at some point, I think next couple of weeks, we'll have our money from them, and we will end that relationship because it's just not worth it. And PayPal essentially offers us the same services, not as high a level, but their customer service is better. So just if you're wondering about that note that's been in the report for a while, it's going to be resolved very soon.
Questions? Okay, next is committee reports.
Questions, comments, page 23 on. We're good? Okay, on to new business then, policy 3015, page 28. I have a motion for this one.
I move the
Yes,
policy.
do you want to talk about your,
Yeah, let's get a motion so
change?
we've got it actually on.
Okay,
I move that we accept policy 3015 as presented.
I'll second.
And just discussion, if you go to page 32 in your packet, section 11.04. Now I noticed this after our committee of the whole meeting. So I actually use this section from time to time. We also have television series, and we had not listed television series anywhere in this document, only movies. So, the way we had stated it is disc collections include only feature films and nonfiction DVDs and Blu-ray discs with an MPA rating of G, which would eliminate about half that collection right now, because we have many television series. The catch is with television series, the MPAA does not rate television series. Some television series have a voluntary rating,
TV, yeah.
TVG, TVY, TVY7, but that's only anything produced after the late 1990s. So anything earlier than that would just be unrated. And so the answer is, I just wrote here, rating of G or equivalent.
Excuse me, may we make that its equivalent?
Or its equivalent?
Yes, please.
That sounds fine to me. If I can find my pen. I've got one. Found it.
And if you go back to section 10.01, please, there is an extra space between and teachers at the end of the second line.
Maybe, sometimes it's
isn't.
when it's
Well,
justified.
there may or
that
may
can
not be.
happen.
I'll take a look at it.
No, there was an extra
Okay.
space there.
Okay.
I looked at the electronic version tonight. No, justifying does.
Okay.
Although that isn't a full line, so it wouldn't justify anything in it
Yeah.
anyway. It wouldn't add extra space in that line since it doesn't come clear to the end.
Okay.
Anyone have anything else? You want to amend your motion?
I will amend my motion that we adopt policy
3015.
3015 as amended.
I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain. Okay, good. All right, per capita grant.
So yes, the per capita grant starts on page 40. There are a couple of minor edits. When I was finalizing putting this together, I didn't have the services of Jan Marsh, who is our editor-in-chief in-house. So we discovered a couple of things, but other than a couple of minor grammatical errors, I think that the content is sufficient. During the per capita grant, though, it asked the board to review Chapter 6 from. With me, doesn't matter. Here it is. It's Serving Our Public 3.0 Standards for Illinois Public Libraries, and we library administration went ahead and reviewed this chapter, and we do check off all the things we need to check off. I don't know, but hopefully you've had a chance to review it, and if you'd like to discuss any of those points, we could certainly do so now. And we also went ahead and discussed that question 6 on page 41, how the library meets the needs of the community as a provider of educational programs and training opportunities. And we've included a description how the library can integrate new technologies and include one activity that fosters increased resource sharing. So obviously if the board would like to add to that, this would be the time to do so. Any questions about the per capita grant application or any of the answers we're providing?
If there's no questions, would anyone like to make a motion then?
I would, but I don't know what words to say.
It's on here for, where is it?
We actually move on to C.
New business C,
New business number C.
Yes.
That the application.
I move that the application for the Illinois Public Library per capita grant for fiscal year 2017 be submitted.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? I think we should have a roll call for this?
I think it would be
Yeah,
best.
just have a roll call.
Farkapisi,
Aye.
Caldwell,
Aye.
Amy,
Aye.
Katsinis,
Aye.
Sheldon,
Aye.
Aye.
Beckwith, Deal absent.
Okay, items for January, please. You could give me committee of the whole too if you want. Ryan and I are meeting about that in the morning. Anything?
Nothing new at least.
What do we have on?
I mean, nothing more
We have
than,
these things that are listed here, and let me see what else I
Committee of the
have.
whole?
Can you remember?
We're going to talk about trustee orientation.
Oh, I think we're doing that at committee of the whole.
Yeah, committee of the whole.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were asking about the regular meeting.
Either one, yeah, this one is here, but what do we have on committee
Okay,
of the whole?
for committee of the whole, we have skylight update, cap assessment plan, banking fees, or insurance, if anything to report. Policies 10, 15, 10, 20, 10, 25. Personnel 201. Book return lights and budget. That's a lot. Anything for the regular meeting or committee of the whole? All right. Okay, so anyone want to make a motion about exec session, please?
I'd like
What-
to
what-
bring up
What,
something
just,
first,
Uh-huh.
which is not on the agenda, but I think the board should all, appreciate our, thanks to Jan for 25 years of service.
Oh, happy anniversary.
That's really sweet, thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you
congratulations,
for
very nice.
saying that, Andrea. Okay, a motion for exec session?
I move we adjourn to I move we enter executive session for the express purpose of
Top of page
reviewing the
3.
performance
reviewing the performance topic
of a specific employee.
of a specific employee.
I'll second that.
It's
Do you
per
want me
ILCS.
to end the session?
Not at the
per
beginning.
Okay, no, that's fine.
ILCS 12-2.
No, I just throwing it out there.
20/2
One.
C1.
Who seconded?
Excuse me?
Who seconded?
I don't know. Nancy.
Nancy did.
Okay, let's have a roll call for that.
Sheldon,
Aye.
Nimi,
Aye.
Farkapisi,
Aye.
Caldwell,
Aye.
Katsinis,
Aye.
Beckwith,
Aye.
Deal absent.
8, and we are back in regular session. Would anyone like to make a motion?
I'm all motioned out.
All motioned out? Okay, just 1 second.
I'll move.
Okay.
I move that the board accept the executive director's performance review and evaluation and increase executive compensation for the executive director to $125,000 for the next pay period, or the next
I will
year.
second. Beginning January 1st.
Beginning January 1st,
2017.
yes.
I will second. Discussion.
I'd just like to state on the record that we're very pleased with the executive director's performance, and we look forward to many happy years of association with him.
I agree. Let's have a roll call.
Sheldon,
Aye.
Nimi,
Aye.
Farkapisi,
Aye.
Caldwell,
Aye.
Katsinis,
Aye.
Beckwith,
Aye.
Deal absent. Ayes have it.
I lost the rest of my agenda now.
Public forum.
Okay, is it public forum next?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Public forum, anyone want to speak? Okay. Any announcements? Regular board on Tuesday the 17th, and committee of the whole on Tuesday the 3rd. Any other announcements? Do you have any?
I don't. Yeah, no, I don't have any announcements. It's, happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, would anyone like to move to adjourn?
Happy Festivus.
I move to adjourn.
I said,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
picking and choosing.
And of course, a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, yes.
8:01.
That was